Hello and welcome to this video on anti-join in dplyr. Let's say we got two tables, table 1 and table 2, and both the tables had patient ID, which can be used as the key. So let's look at the first row. Patient ID 001 exists on both the sides, but in anti-join we don't need it. Now let's move to the second record, which is patient ID 002. Exists on the left hand side as well as on the right hand side. Again, we don't need this. So far we have nothing in our final join table. Now look at P003. It only exists on left table or table 1, so we'll copy that in. Now what happens to patient 004, which only exists in table 2? We don't need that as well. So what is our conclusion based on this? We can say that all the matching rows are removed and only the rows which exist in table 1 or the first table are kept in the anti-join. Let's have a practical example of this using dplyr. So anti-join is one of the least talked about joins in dplyr, but it's of very practical use if we know how to use it. So let's see what we can do about it. I'll be using two packages, dplyr and then gt. So we would need two datasets. So the first data set would contain some patient records, which contain age and outcome of the patient. And of course, I'll have a key, which is patient ID. So here is a first data set containing patient ID, age, and outcome of the patients. Let's view it on the screen. And now let's start building our second data set. So the second data set would contain the billing information for the same patients. Again, patient ID is used as the key. So we have patient ID for the patients and then the billing amount or the bill amount. Let's see the data set on the screen as well. So now let's start creating our anti-join using the patients and the billing data set. And if you see the results on screen, we would see that it only contains patient ID 003 from table 1 or from the patients table. And here is a different way of doing it. You can use the pipe operator as well, and the syntax remains the same. So we achieve the same result using the pipe symbol as well. So what have we achieved using this anti-join? As you know, that anti-join only picks the rows from the first table which do not have a match. So in effect, if we wanted to find out who are the patients who have not been billed yet, we can do that by using a simple anti-join. And it's very important to remember that the position of your data sets is important. You just can't place the second table as the first table and the first table as the second table. And as we can see on the screen, we'll do an example. So this is an example where patients is the first table, and see the result. It has given us patient 003. Now let's reverse the data sets. I'm going to use the billing as the first table and then patients as the second table. Let's see what happens now. So we didn't find any records now. So the position is very important. It's the first table in which the system is looking for the unmatched records. I hope you found this information practical and useful. Thank you very much for watching it, and I'll see you in the next one.